I have some sad information to pass on to you now, I'm afraid. It is to inform you of the death of 3 past members of the council. Tony Gayler served as a councillor for Great Baddow from 1973 to 1983. Michael Rose served as a Writtle councillor from 1976 to 1987 and was Mayor of Chelmsford in 1983-84. Tony Hall served from 1999 to 2003. He represented the Lawns ward and was executive member for planning from 2001 to 2003. Members, I will ask you to please observe a minute's silence in their memory. Councillor McCrory, you wish to speak?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I did have a short tribute to give for former councillor Tony Hall, if you would allow me at some point.
Please do, if you'd like to give that now. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you for the opportunity to pay tribute to former councillor Tony Hall, whose untimely death from thrombosis occurred on the 11th of November. I first met Tony during the 1995 local election campaign, when we were both elected in May that year to the former Chelmsford Borough Council. Tony in the Lawns ward, as you mentioned, and myself in Springfield North. He soon brought his considerable knowledge and experience of town planning to the council's planning policies. As a lecturer in town planning at the then Anglia University, he also trained several former and current members of the council's planning staff. Following the Local Government Act 2000, which brought in the cabinet model, Tony became my cabinet member for planning. His great interest was in urban design, and it was his leadership in raising the standards of design in Chelmsford that led to the award in 2003 by the government of beacon status for the quality of the built environment. He took early retirement from Anglia Ruskin University in 2004 and moved to Brisbane in Australia, where he became an adjunct professor within the city's research institute at Griffith University. He continued his research into sustainable urban form and was ahead of his time in many ways, as his ideas are very much mainstream now. He's published several books and many articles on the subject, as well as presenting at international conferences. Tony returned to the UK in 2016 and continued to write and lecture on planning topics. His long career in academia had led to his appointment as Emeritus Professor of Town Planning at Anglia Ruskin University. He also served for many years on the councils of both the Royal Town Planning Institute and the Town and Country Planning Association. I last saw him in 2019 when he was promoting his latest book, Town Planning, The Basics. We had lunch together with colleagues, and I wish now I could have spent more time with him then. But as ever, I had to rush off to another meeting. So on World Town Planning Day, he certainly chose his moment. He was due to give an online talk to first year MSc students at ARU. He had had 2 dry runs to check out the IT, but when the time came, he was taken ill, and sadly, he didn't make it.